Canada's Parole Board appears to be reversing course on a decision that prompted public backlash. It now says it is working to accommodate in-person victim impact statements at Paul Bernardo's parole hearing next week. This after a lawyer for the families of victims Kristen French and Leslie Mahaffey revealed the families would be blocked from doing so. Here's CTV's Quebec Bureau Chief Genevieve Beauchemin.
The Parole Board had seemed to slam prison doors shut to the Mahaffey and French families, banning them from delivering victim impact statements in person in front of Paul Bernardo. But in a statement late this afternoon, it said it was working to accommodate the in-person presentation of statements by victims. Earlier today, the family's longtime lawyer, Tim Danson, called the decision forcing the families to appear via video conference devoid of logic and humanity.
Figuratively speaking, to look at the whites of Paul Bernardo's eyes and to the Parole Board and speak truth to them about the impact. And they don't want that sanitized through a computer screen. So there is no legal justification for this decision. It is unlawful.
Paul Bernardo was convicted in the violent kidnappings, sexual assaults, and murders of the two teenagers in the 1990s, crimes that horrified Canadians. Bernardo is serving a life sentence but is entitled to periodic parole hearings, including the one scheduled for next week at the medium security prison La Macasa in Quebec, where he's now serving his time. Danson had dismissed the board's explanation that it was unable to ensure safety of all hearing attendees. The government had indicated the parole board makes decisions independently, but the Conservatives called it unacceptable.
Absolutely, positively awful. This has to change. It's just so wrong on so many levels.
The parole board also noted that most hearings are via video conference and that the technology had increased victim participation in recent years. But to the French and Mahaffey families, the idea of being relegated to the coldness of speaking from behind a computer screen was simply cruel. Genevieve Beauchemin, CTV News, Montreal.